We're on.
Okay, done. That's we're live. Well, I told you it was going to be. I was told you it was going to be a busy show today, and we are going to be live on Manx Radio TT Facebook page a couple of times today. And right now we are live.
I'm going to dress you.
Not Kylie is just dressing my guest now and myself. Not with clothes. Don't worry, we're not sat here naked or anything. Yeah, that would really lose a few followers and listeners. So what we're going to do is we're just going to get ourselves mic'd up because, as I say, we are live on our Manx Radio TT Facebook page, and with me right now is press officer for the Southern 100. It is the one and only, the busiest man perhaps on the island. It is Phil Edge. Good afternoon, Phil.
Good afternoon, Joe. Good to see you.
Good to see you too, and it's lovely to have you here. You had a couple of busy days before anyone even got to the grandstand because you had the pre-TT races. How did that all go?
It went very well. The weather did try to spoil it a little bit towards the end of the evening on the Sunday, but we managed to cope okay. But it was a very good meeting, very enjoyable, some exciting racing. Very successful, which is good for the future.
A lot of riders that I have spoken to in the last 10 days saying that the Southern 100, the Lounge Circuit, is one of their favourite road races. Why do you think they say that, Phil?
I think it's the relationship we've built up over this 60 years now, with the competitors from the first day, in trying to help them as much as we can within the rules of the sport and help them rather than hinder them. And they enjoy the experience and come back year after year and spread the word, which is great.
A lot of people say and compliment you on the organisation of it, say it's so very well organised.
Yes, we've practiced over the years and improved, and it is pleasing that people do appreciate the organisation side, because every one of us pulls together to make the meeting a success.
How long have you been involved with the Southern 100 for, Phil?
Nearly 25 years, 22 years now as press officer.
Just tell me and talk me through a few of your highlights from over the years. And bearing in mind, I haven't prepped Phil for any of this. We are literally winging it. So poor Phil has literally been put on the spot. So a few quick memories from Phil now.
I suppose one of the ones which was unknown at the time to everybody was Joey's last win, Joey Dunlop's last win in 1999, his last solo championship win. That was a very emotive thing, obviously, because he was due to ride in 2000, but of course he didn't, unfortunately. So that's got to be one of the highlights. There's many of them, possibly too many to recall on such a short notice, but every meeting is so special. And if we get just one rider comes in and says thanks very much, it's been a great meeting, you feel as though it's been worthwhile, all the hard work and sweat.
There's a lot of hard work, and I know that you work not just during race time but also through the rest of the year. I mean, look at this. Just tell me a little bit more about what I've got in my hand right now, and I'm going to show everyone on Manx Radio TT as well on the Facebook page.
It's the pre-TT this year celebrated its 30th anniversary. First started in 1998 at the behest of the ACU, and it's proved very successful. It's grown from a 5-race meeting to 11 races now, and it's just a celebration of the 30 years of the races.
It's a beautiful souvenir brochure for anybody that wants to purchase one of these. Where can they get one from?
Through the club. Only we haven't put it in the bookshops or anything. It's a very reasonable £10 with all the money.
That is incredibly reasonable. So let's talk about post-TT races now, because once we finish senior race day tomorrow, there is some more racing happening at the weekend, isn't there?
Yes, we're back to mass start racing down at Balan. There's 3 races in the evening. We start in the afternoon with practicing between 1 and 4, and the roads are open for an hour, then close again at 5 o'clock. 3 races: a super sport, a super twin with 250s, and then a superbike race. And it's all over by 8:30, invariably slightly earlier. But a great atmosphere and a great way to finish off a TT fortnight.
What riders would we be looking forward to seeing out there?
Quite a few of the TT stars come down. 2 notable ones at the moment. There's Jamie Coward, who was a winner last year, and his Yorkshire neighbour and rival James Cowton, who won 2 races last year, so they're back doing battle. Some good Manx lads in there as well, and some newcomers. So it should be very good round, enjoyable evening.
Where do they find the energy from, Phil? Because honestly, looking at James Cowton yesterday, for instance, he was out in every race throughout the whole day. He's got racing again tomorrow, and then he's back out at the weekend. I mean, that's just one of the races. Where do they find this energy from?
I wish I knew. like a quarter of it would be great.
We've also got the Southern 100 coming up a little bit late in the year, haven't we? What's the dates for that?
The 8th to the 12th. 9th to the 12th. Sorry, 9th to the 12th of July. And that's Monday evening is the practice session, then Tuesday, Wednesday evening racing, and then all day on Thursday, championship day, with some excellent entries already now. The top 10 of the sidecar crews in the TT, with the exception of possibly Molly, all the rest have entered to be down there at Milan for the Southern 100. So that alone's got to attract a lot of people.
Well, it is, especially perhaps after last year where we saw the Birchalls and Tim Reeves and Mark Wilkes having a little bit of a clash, didn't they?
Yes, and they were all right afterwards. That was the main thing, and I think it's the adrenaline of racing. It makes it a bit fiery, but afterwards, once they calm down, they're quite pleasant, and so they're going to be there again this year, so it should be really exciting. Then we've got the solo people. There's still a few to enter, but excellent entries now, and obviously Dean will be there, and Jamie Carr, James Cowton just already mentioned, hopefully Michael, and a lot more of the top boys are wanting to come, so it should be another excellent meeting.
It is great to have both solos and sidecars involved in the meeting, and I think that's what makes it rather special. There are a number of visitors that come over every year. Are those numbers going up?
Yes, we had a massive increase last year. I think it was about 50% up on the year before. It's proving very helpful and beneficial to the Castletown community and the island in general. And the nice thing is that, of course, during the day it can be a family affair. They can go out and enjoy the beauty of the island, especially if the weather's like this, and then they're there in the evening, enjoy the racing. We've got the best of both worlds.
Oh, do you think after nearly 3 weeks of weather like this, we can just have it for the Southern 100 as well?
It's already ordered.
Phil, I'd love to take this opportunity to say well done to you for everything that you do at the Southern 100. You are an absolute asset to the committee, so thank you not just from me, but everyone at Manx Radio TT and also everyone that is involved with the Southern 100. Thank you for joining us on Manx Radio TT today.
Pleasure, thank you very much.
We're going to take a break now, and after the break we'll be heading up towards the news, but don't forget, I've got a huge hour for you between the hours of 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock, because we've got Carl Fogarty MBE joining us, and also Carl Cox as well. Woof, I think I need a break.